Scugog Council recognizes the tireless dedication of their crossing guards. Dan Kearns, The Standard, Scugog. At a recent meeting, Scugog Council recognized the township's crossing guards as part of Crossing Guard Appreciation Week. Crossing Guard Appreciation Week ran from Monday, June 3rd until Friday, June 7th. Mayor Wilma Watton called the local crossing guards a group of unsung heroes. It is with great pride and gratitude we observe Crossing Guard Appreciation Week. Our crossing guards are a dedicated group of individuals committed to ensuring our children can travel to and from school safely, Mayor Watton stated. She also told those in attendance, crossing guards greet each day with a smile, a friendly wave, and an unwavering commitment to the well-being of our youngest citizens. In recognition of their valuable contributions, we must also acknowledge the broader impact they have on our neighborhoods. Their presence at intersections instills a sense of order and calm, reminding us all of the importance of looking out for one another. To our crossing guards, we say thank you. Thank you for your early mornings and for your tireless dedication. Thank you for the warmth and kindness you show to our children, and thank you for being the dependable, friendly faces which greet our children each day, ensuring they feel safe and cared for. Crossing Guard Appreciation Week is not just about recognizing a job well done. It's about celebrating the spirit of community and the extraordinary individuals who embody it, Mayor Watton concluded.
Music hall repairs postponed to 2025 budget. Daryl Knight, The Standard. Uxbridge. In a report presented to the Uxbridge Township Council on Monday, June 3rd, Amanda Ferraro, Director of Community Services, outlined a series of necessary repairs for the music hall. Despite some minor work already completed, Ms. Ferraro recommended deferring many of the repairs to the 2025 budget discussions. The report is based on a visual inspection by AECOM in February, which found the building to be in generally fair structural condition but highlighted several non-structural deficiencies. Notably, the inspection revealed large gaps between the roof planks, leading to water infiltration due to an unsupported waterproof covering. Although roof repairs were included in the 2024 capital budget, Ms. Ferraro suggested revisiting them in 2025 to apply a plywood layer over the existing wooden planks to cover the gaps. The music hall features two roof lines, one covering the main structure and a lower roof covering the stage area. The report indicated notched rafters in the lower roof lack adequate strength and should be reinforced with additional lumber. This reinforcement is also recommended for the 2025 budget. Raising the lower roof to match the higher roof was considered but ultimately deemed too technically difficult and costly. Ms. Ferraro also recommended removing two non-functional chimneys due to water leakage, pending a heritage permit since the hall is designated a heritage building. Immediate replacement of brickwork at the north wall's base is essential to prevent further deterioration, with some work slated for the 2024 and the remainder deferred to 2025. Other minor issues include cracks in the electrical room walls, tilting stairs in the northeast corner, and drywall repairs in the basement to prevent mold and moisture. While some minor repairs have been completed, ongoing issues will continue to be monitored. AECOM's separate report confirmed the timber trusses, roof beams, and rafters are in fair to good condition, with no significant cracks. However, water stains and gaps in the roof planks remain concerns. Overall, substantial structural improvements for the music hall are deferred to future budget discussions, with only urgent and minor repairs currently underway. This decision underscores the need for careful planning and allocation of funds to preserve the historic building's integrity.
Local resident calls for a GO Transit link in Lindsay. Dan Kearns, The Standard, Kawartha Lakes. A Kawartha Lakes resident is calling on the City of Kawartha Lakes to help bring a GO Transit bus link to Lindsay. At a meeting on Tuesday, June 4th, Marilis McInnes, representing local members of the Retired Teachers of Ontario, RTO, made a deputation to councillors about the need to bring provincial transit to Lindsay. We and hundreds of others want to keep going by continuing to connect locally with family, colleagues, friends, neighbors, and our community, but also to the bigger world beyond our town boundaries. We need transportation options, she said. She stressed, healthy aging City of Kawartha Lakes seniors and retirees need GO Transit. Healthy aging implies active, connected lifestyles with opportunities for many and varied social interactions. That means accessible transportation networks where ageism and marginalization have no place, Ms. McInnes stated. Mayor Doug Elmsley explained, the city of Kawartha Lakes has been trying to get a GO Transit link for a number of years. More recently, we have had discussions with the province. We hear positive things, but we haven't seen anything concrete. I will not make announcements until I have something hard and fast in my hand. I am very hopeful, but hope is not a strategy. So, we continue to work and we continue to lobby with our MPP in order to get a link, the mayor added. Brock acts on speeding concerns in Beaverton. Darrell Knight, The Standard. Brock. At their meeting on Monday, June 3rd, Brock councillors received a petition from Beaverton residents titled, Traffic Accelerating Aggressively Reaching Fast Speeds. The petition, highlighting safety concerns due to excessive speed on Main Street East, prompted the council to take immediate action. In response, council has put forth a series of recommendations aimed at improving road safety and addressing the residents' concerns. One of the primary measures proposed is the installation of dragon's teeth pavement markings on Main Street East. These distinctive markings create an optical illusion of a narrowing road, which has been shown to encourage drivers to reduce their speed. Additionally, the council has recommended lowering the speed limit on Main Street East from 50 km per hour to 40 km per hour. New signage reflecting this reduced speed limit will be installed to inform and remind drivers of the change. To further reinforce the new speed limit, an LED speed notice sign will be placed along the street after the new signage is installed. This digital sign will display drivers' current speeds, serving as a real-time reminder to adhere to the speed limit. In an effort to enhance the overall traffic calming measures, the council also plans to install additional signage reading Traffic Calming Area. This will serve to alert drivers they are entering a zone with enhanced safety measures. Furthermore, Brock Township staff have been directed to advise Durham Regional Police about the speed limit reduction and to request increased enforcement in the area. The goal is to ensure compliance with the new speed limit and to address any ongoing speeding issues through heightened police presence.
Senior Living Gracefully by Tina Y. Gerber-McCurley. With my birthday arriving in September, I will be 66 years young. Who wants to admit that? To me, it sounds old. I told my husband I would like to remain 65 forever. No more birthdays. I suppose from 65 on, life becomes more about the living of it. For example, you can spend much of those hard-earned savings to spoil yourself a bit. Just ensure you don't go into debt. For most of us, we've taken care of our children and/or our parents for many years. We've provided them with shelter, education, and support. So there's no need to feel bad about spending a little money on yourself. As people get older, they reminisce, so they can start repeating the same stories over and over, and that's okay. Just listen. If they desire it, you can offer a senior a hand, encouraging them on this latter stretch of road. If their health will allow, maybe they could have the bigger piece of cake once in a while. Life has great memories, but living in the present moment is the best. So my goal has become to enjoy what time we have and what we've shared together, as one day things will change. Time with grandchildren is very important in order to build great memories, allowing them to enjoy this part of their lives together. I suppose, with my knee replacement any day, it could be stimulating me to try to understand life and myself better. My husband wasn't too happy when I organized our wills and finances, just in case something were to happen. Still, we can't stress over the little things, because this can magnify the feeling, making things seem like an enormous burden. I attempt to be a blessing to others, my children and my grandchildren, yet I struggle daily with following God's word. So, what does this mean? Give advice when asked, and try to dial back criticism, respecting the younger generation. We need to remember our opinions were not fully informed when we were young, and we got there. So we should respect their developing opinions and encourage the process. This doesn't mean you need to be dictated by their beliefs or values, but perhaps yours will rub off in the warm interaction. It's your life unfolding, so don't abandon your hobbies or the things you enjoy the most. Although life is an adventure, it isn't really about physical places. It's about our perspectives and openness to new experiences. The important thing is to get out of the house a little more, change your routine with your spouse or alone. You can travel, read, join a Bible study group, cook, dance, complete word puzzles, golf, go to museums, or have a picnic. It's easy to get sick in this day and age, and sometimes it's hard to remain active, positive, and keep up with your physical needs. To keep a healthy life, we need to exercise, eat well, get lots of sleep, visit our doctor, and stay informed. I understand that pain and discomfort go hand in hand. But when we age, we can accept things as they happen and make the best of the time we have left. Get off the couch and explore the unknown. The best adventures often come from the simplest starts. By taking the first step, you are setting your adventures in motion and everything will fall into place. Laugh, love, and live the life God has given you.
Welcome to You've Got to Be Kidding, a podcast that offers a different perspective of life around us. Listen now to author Jonathan van Bilsen.
Last week I flew back to Toronto from a few weeks of fun and travel in Europe. The trip and everything associated with it was fantastic. However, arranging the flights was a bit of a challenge. Like so many people do nowadays, I went online and looked for flights. This was a few months out, so I had lots of time and no concerns. I was amazed at the range in flights depending on what airline you choose and the difference in class of service between carriers. I finally found a respectable airline which came in at a reasonable rate, all in. All in, of course, meant taxes and fees. This sounded great, especially as it was less money than most of the others. I began booking the seats and gave my credit card information, and presto, I was on my way. I decided to ask for an aisle seat as I like to stretch my legs. The seat I wanted was certainly available, but there was a $60 charge to select it. If I wanted the same seat on the return flight, it would be another $60. Of course I chose it, but during the process a note popped up saying that for an additional $30 each way, I could upgrade to a seat with more legroom, a whole 10 centimeters more. I went for it, not because of the room, but because it was near the front, which meant faster on and off and sooner food service. Because my trip was several weeks long, I decided to check a bag. This was another $110. However, my camera gear took up my backpack, so I really had no alternative. 24 hours prior to the flight, I went online to check in and print my boarding pass, and I learned my suitcase fee was only one way. I intended to bring my luggage back, so another $110 went on my visa. All in all, the total fare was still $150 cheaper than the next nearest carrier's rate, so I managed to tell myself it was okay. Make sure you check every element of your flight before you book, as surprises are not fun. I did want to mention there's an app called Seat Boost, where you can enter your airline and flight number, and it'll allow you to bid on business or first class seats if available. You choose the amount, enter it, and if you win, you receive your upgrade at the gate. In many cases, you can bid fairly low, and if no one else bids higher, the large, comfortable recliner seats with big televisions and yummy food will be yours. I'm Jonathan van Bilsen, and this is You've Got to Be Kidding.
You've Got to Be Kidding was presented by X4 Media with permission from the Standard Media Group. We endeavor to make all information contained in this program as accurate as possible at production time. X4 Media and the Standard Media Group are not responsible for any liabilities resulting from information contained in this program. For more information, please visit x4media.ca.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.